Correct. All right. Once again, we are here to just talk about football. This is on the EPL fan base show. We are excited that we are making good progress, and we have been joined by a team of pundits who are going to dissect the weekend's matches and the upcoming fixtures. You're going to hear about the predictions that were made and those which came to be and those that never came to be. I know hearts were broken, but that's what football is all about. Gentlemen, welcome. Where is the lady? There's a lady joining us. Brown she'll be joining us anytime from now. FM Steve, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm thankful. The season has started well. We just hope that it will end the way we've started. So, looking forward for the show.
All right, Ron, introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello. This is CM Bevoga Ronald. Yeah, CM less prestigious than my friend FM. Yeah, I'm happy to to have what I have. I'm a Chelsea fan, and yeah, and a football enthusiast, and of course chess. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I look forward to the show.
Fantastic. Carissa, hey, your mic is off. Mike. All right. Giddy, as you sort out your mic, Giddy, let's go.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Yeah, and good afternoon, Ron. So, yeah, I'm Giddy here, and thanks for having me on the show. It's a very good time to be an Arsenal fan right now. We are enjoying our new season, and yeah, we'll have a lot to discuss during the show. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Simon. Right from Old Trafford.
Good evening, guys. I'm live today from Old Trafford. I had to come and see the boys. I think we might need to help Carissa get a mic in installments, like Pepe.
All right, Carissa, is your mic back on? Not yet.
Installments, guys.
Mike, your mic is off, man. You have been talking very well before we started. Now.
Yeah, that will be Arsenal for you.
All right, let's dig in. When we get back, let's start with the weekend fixtures, gentlemen. What a weekend! Many goals scored. It's turning out to be a Premier League for penalties also happening. My new favorite part of the game. Everton West Brom happening on Saturday. First fixture, 5-2. What is your take on that match?
Okay, I think Everton is a team to watch this season. They have a great coach. They've done good signings. And I just love the way they are playing. And now remember, they went away to Spurs. It's not easy to get 3 points when you visit Spurs. They went there, they got 3 points. They proved it again when they played at home. And I think with Carlo Ancelotti, they will do great this time. So it's a team to watch this season.
All right, Carissa, is your mic back on?
Can hear me?
Okay, now, yeah, I can hear you now, yeah?
That's very good. It's always a pleasure to be in the show. And thank you for having me as always. I mean, it's Paul Highbury. I call it Highbury. This is my favorite, corner. With regards to, I think, Everton, I expect Everton to win, honestly speaking, because they play very good football this time around. They have a good coach, very tactical. And I'm seeing them, really doing very well this season because they signed James Rodriguez and a few other players, and they're playing very, very good football. I like them. But as I've said, I think Ancelotti is having a full season to himself, and definitely he's going to do very well with Everton. No doubt about it.
Great. Let's Leeds Fulham, another high-scoring game, 4-3. What's happening? Is Leeds leaking a lot of goals, or what is happening? John, what is your take on that game? You must have watched it, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. just to hold on there before you go to the Leeds game. Everton, actually, I've seen this season, I've seen the central midfield, the combination of Dakure and Alan and Rodriguez. Probably they have one of the best central midfields in the World Premier League. But their defense, the central partnership is still suspect. And like West Brom showed, they leaked some goals. They're still a work in progress, and I think they will do well if they can close it up at the back. Now, moving to Leeds. Leeds, that is relegation. That is relegation. The defense is relegation form. You cannot defend like that and you stay in the Premier League. They are leaking way too many goals, 4 against Liverpool. With all due respect to the way Liverpool play and the tenacity of their attack. But if you leak more goals against Fulham, which is a direct relegation candidate, probably many people predict they will go down, but they put 3 as Leeds. With all their exciting football, I think they have to close it up. If they can be able to work on their defense, I think they'll be getting better if they can work on that. But it's a very exciting team to watch.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Ron. So many goals being conceded, and we cannot afford to be in that state of sad form in the Premier League. Now, just before the main game of the day began later on in the day, we had the curtain raiser between Manchester United and Crystal Palace. Simon, right from Old Trafford, how was it being there, watching your boys and just seeing how Zaha, I told you before the game, Zaha rather, not Zaha.
Well, bad day in the office. I have no reason. I don't know why. Crystal Palace has become a bogey team for us. This is the 3rd season they're beating us at Old Trafford, which is difficult to take really. I think I can't blame anyone but Ole. Ole still needs to get his act straight. I know we've not had a preseason, but it's important that Ole gets his first team right. I mean, you can't leave out Aaron Wan-Bissaka, leave out Nemanja Matic, leave out Mason Greenwood. Or you could see all the goals we conceded came from Team Fosu-Mensah's side, and Team Fosu-Mensah with Lindelof is just a calamity awaiting to happen. So bad day at the office. I think we'll learn from it. We play Luton on Tuesday. I think it's about time we gave players a run out just to get this fitness. I think it's quite. It could tell that we haven't had a preseason, but bad day at the office. It's one of those games you want to forget immediately and just focus, move forward.
Gidi, being an Arsenal fan, was that a good start for you for Manchester United?
Yeah, of course. I really watched that game with a lot of. I was very keen to see how United was going to come up against that Palace side, because Crystal Palace has been very compact in defense, and they have been playing a very purposeful game, because I watched them against Southampton and you could see they are very compact. They have a very good goalkeeper in Guaita, and the way they are breaking teams, and you could see the energy levels were miles away from what United was presenting. So it was a good day for us, because once they lost, we knew now it was us to be 6 points ahead of United. So you can't wish for a better start.
Carissa, you can't reach for a better start. Better you believe in him. Your boys took to the pitch against West Ham, and I mean, what a game. I mean, West Ham had it going on very well for them. And I must admit, your team was happy to escape with that slim victory. What's your take on that match, Carissa?
Well, I think, allow me to talk about Leeds first. Leeds is a very good team. They're not a team which is scared of playing football. I do not think that they'll be relegated because it's a very courageous team. They take on teams and they don't fear teams, and they score goals. The only challenge they have, as you said, is at the back. They have to always to watch at the back, and they have to get organized at the back. But in terms of taking on teams, give them a plus. So my take on Leeds as early as the second game now, I don't think they'll go down. They're here to stay. And I used to watch Leeds of yesteryears of David O'Reilly, and these are the same Leeds that I'm seeing this time round. I'm very, very much confident that they'll stay in the league.
Great.
With regards to Manchester, to be honest with you, I did watch a bit of the game, but as I've said, I think Palace are very, very organized. That's number one. Number two, Zaha, I don't know. He seems to have a very good day all the time. All the time they play Manchester United. I think given a wish, they could wish that maybe they play Manchester every week. So I was not surprised by that win. I thought perhaps they'll get a draw at Old Trafford. It was Old Trafford, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe they'll get a draw, but they realized that they could go and get the 3 points. So I think they got the confidence they needed in a game like that, to beat Manchester hands down. And I think Manchester were really awful. I don't know. So going forward, I think Zaha doesn't deserve to play in that team. If I was a manager in another team, he's a player that I love to have in the team because he takes on players. He's very skillful. He's strong on the ball, and he's very quick. So that's the difference in that team. And I think I wish other teams could come looking for Zaha's signature. Yep.
I wanted to hear.
You want me to comment about Arsenal?
That's what I wanted you to hear more about it. Arsenal winning 2-1 against West Ham United, a London derby.
I think I predicted that it's going to be a very difficult game for Arsenal, given the fact that it's a derby, and that's exactly what happened. I think for me, Arsenal didn't play well as an Arsenal fan. I'm not used to kind of football, to be honest with you, but sometimes you have to play ugly. Why? Because West Ham more organized than us. They were hardworking when they got the ball, and they were straightforward. And therefore, when you look at the game, we cannot prevent balls coming in, especially from the flanks. And in the process, we consider that a goal. But I knew at the end of the day, we'll get the 3 points. So that's why I say it's going to be a difficult game. But I was not going to see, Arteta sleeping on this one. So well done to Arsenal. You have to win ugly sometimes. And, we have to look at the weaknesses that we demonstrated in that particular game. And we had so many of those, if you ask me. Yeah. But I'm sure, Arteta is up for it and is going to analyze that game properly and learn from those mistakes that they made. But anyway, Arsenal got the 3 points towards the end of the game. I think 85th minute through Nketiah. And that's what all teams, big teams are all about, You play ugly and then get the 3 points and move on.
I was going to say that, is this what makes champions, Play badly, but again, you crunch out results as the season goes by, and those crucial points come to count for something at the end of the Premier League season. So we only hope we only hope to see Arsenal getting better and better. Steve, what was your take on that game?
To be honest, it was a very disappointing show from Arsenal, and it exposed us that we still need more signing for us to even fight for the top 4, because we were exposed. Particularly, we were lacking creativity, and you could see time and time again. It was just West Ham were just close to scoring, and I think Arsenal were lucky. I don't know how many lucky times they will be, because this weekend we are going to Anfield. So if we go with that kind of game, it will be back to the days where we pray that let the defeat be so minimal, because not embarrassing. And
Anfield is on Monday,
Steve,
I think, right? Anfield is on Monday, yeah.
Yeah, it's on Monday. It's a game that I may just wish to get the results. Because if we play the way we played versus West Ham, there is a lot of work to be done.
All right.
Now, Brian, if you can just allow me to say something about United match. And I think, Simon, you people, you'll have bad days in office this season. From the look of things, if you are playing at home and you say it was a bad day in office, what will happen when you visit Anfield, Stamford Bridge, Etihad? I think you people, you'll have bad days in office. So you should just forget about
Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson was right there. I don't know if Simon sat next to him.
You will notice that it's these small teams that have been our problem. Our problem has never been big teams. We always stand up against the big boys, but
Apart from Arsenal.
This small team. But Steve, I think there was another game on Sunday. There was the Spurs game. I don't know whether you guys watched it. It was quite an interesting game. This is me moving on from United.
Yeah, on Sunday. I like the way you have moved away from United. Yeah, that was a good game. How did you see? Did Steve watch it? I don't Steve watch that game.
The Spurs game, I followed I didn't watch, but I followed the result. You know, it's one of the teams we hate. So we sometimes I rarely don't watch Spurs game.
You should watch because they scored many goals and it could come to goal difference. Though they conceded 2, I mean.
First half, I was happy when Southampton were leading. And I was like, yes, another loss for Spurs. But eventually they won.
And Brighton also beat Newcastle at home, 3-0. That was another telling result.
Yes.
Brian, if I could just say something about the Spurs game, I think we have for a long time now dismissed as in this race for top 4, but they have done really good work in the recruitment. With Gareth Bale coming back and with Reguilon coming to play left back, which has been a problem position for them. I think they're back in with a shout for the top 4. However, the main concentration will be on getting a trophy this year, and my feeling is Mourinho will go all out to win the Europa League trophy. So whether he gets top 4 or not will not be a big problem for him. But Spurs played a good game. You could see the chemistry between Harry Kane and Heung-min Son. It's if you add Gareth Bale to that front 3, man, we send shivers down spines of many teams, and I know there'll be a force to reckon with.
All right, let's go to the big one of that Sunday. Chelsea losing at home to Liverpool by 2-0. Ron, how was that feeling?
That game, Chelsea lost. As a Chelsea fan, I still expected the loss, but a very competitive one, which probably they tried to do until the end of the first half. But Chelsea, it still shows the problem is not yet solved. The problem of the keeper.
Kepa.
Yeah.
Last time the Arsenal fans were saying, keep him, just keep him there. They love him.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that it is a keeper called Kepa. You'd expect him to be doing better. But, it is quite suspicious that not many weeks ago he had bloopers against Liverpool. Probably he must be texting Karius. I don't know, though he's a bit better than Karius. But Chelsea is a team that needs time. Many new signings, of course, they have to take time and gel together. Havertz is a very young, exciting player. Pulisic is still out. Ziyech still out. We've seen Timo Werner, very, very, very electric. He troubled Liverpool, probably the only threat Liverpool had to contend with. I was very impressed with what's his name, Fabinho. Fabinho, when he was forced to play defense, and he really dealt with the threat of Timo Werner very, very well. Probably he will be considering a positional shift in the tough games, because if it was to be Gomez, probably the match could have ended
5-0.
or no, to Chelsea maybe. Yeah, but yeah, it's a loss the team has to learn with. I was impressed with the defenders, because what is happening is an audition for that other central defense position. Of course, if Silva is fit, he will be the central defender. Now it will be the partner. There is Christensen, there is Zuma, there is Su. They are all trying to do well. And from the Brighton game and also the Liverpool game, I think they all did well. And improvement is only concomitant.
Concomitant. I knew that word will come somewhere in this show. Concomitant. Giddy, how
Yes.
do you think Chelsea, with all the buying they've had in the transfer window, they are going to challenge for the title once the players come to play together as a unit, and maybe Lampard finds his first 11 properly? Or do you think they're going just to be a team that is there?
I think for me, Lampard has a lot of work to do, in fact, because number one, you have to get the starting 11 right. Of course, the keeper situation needs to be sorted out. But they are a good team. You could see how they were fighting, apart from the individual mistakes, really, where the missed penalty by Jorginho and the Kepa mistake. We could have probably had a draw in that game. But it's far-fetched to talk about a title at this point. I know even the Chelsea fans right now are humbled, and they know where they are right now, because it's not even the Liverpool game. We are even looking at the Brighton game, which they did not win comfortably and dominating the game. So Lampard is going to work with the team, establish the starting 11. I remember when they were coached by Antonio Conte, you could, even in your sleep, you could mention the first 11. That is what they need to do, and ensure that those people gel properly. Of course, the transfer window should come to an end. Those whispers here and there of Kante leaving and other players. And I would also want to see Lampard having some place for the youngsters. It's not that because you can see the example with Nketiah, those guys can, because they are hungry for those positions, they can be the people to push Chelsea forward to of course challenge for the top four. For me, Chelsea are like, they are in the top four because of those signings. If they were to have a settled squad, and yeah, it's interesting to see what is coming in the future.
All right, I couldn't agree more. Later that evening, Leicester City beat Burnley 4-2, and then Aston Villa humbled Sheffield 1-0, and then yesterday, Monday, the big match of the day, Wolves against Man City. Man City managed to win on the road 3-1 to make it their 10th consecutive first game of the season win. That's another record of sorts.
Rooney! Oh, wonderful! champions of England again